Good morning. This is your media report for Monday, January the 4th, 2016. I'm Sergeant Lori McGee, Media Relations Officer for the St. John Police Force. From Friday morning, January 1st until today's date, police have responded to 228 calls for service. We would like to hear from anyone that has any information concerning any of our calls or investigations. We can be reached at 506-648-3333, at our email police@stjohn.ca, or you can do it anonymously through the Provincial Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-8477 or on their website at crimemb.ca. On Friday morning, January 1st, in the early morning hours at 3:56 a.m., police received a call to the Latimer Lake Community Center for a report of a stabbing. An 18-year-old male reported he was slashed across his upper body with an unknown weapon during an altercation with another male. The injury was not life-threatening, and the victim attended the regional hospital where he received follow-up care and was later released. Information provided by the victim as well as from the individuals at the scene was very minimal at the time. Major Crime is currently investigating. At 8:28 a.m., police received a call to Legion Court for a report of a male resident who the caller reports is known to be on a court order issued by the RCMP to stay away from the area. A 50-year-old male was located and arrested. He was later released to appear in court at a later date. At 12:18 p.m., police received a call to McLaren Boulevard residence. The caller reports that a male at this residence wished to turn himself into police. A 19-year-old male was arrested without incident for attempted murder relating to an incident that occurred at a Sherbrooke Street residence on New Year's Eve. At 8:39 p.m. on that date, police received a 911 call of a stabbing at a Sherbrooke Street residence. Police located a 22-year-old male inside the residence who had suffered a serious stab wound. The victim was transported to the St. John Regional Hospital where he remains in critical condition with life-threatening injuries. The accused remains in custody and is expected to appear in provincial court on Monday. The Major Crime Unit is presently investigating. At 3:28 p.m., police received a call to Crown Street residence for a report of a domestic dispute. A 22-year-old victim reports being pushed down the stairs by her boyfriend. The 26-year-old accused was arrested and later released to appear in court at a later date. On Saturday morning at 8:48 a.m., police responded to a Cranston Avenue residence for a report of a possible domestic dispute. Officers were met by the accused, who slammed the door in the officer's face. A female eventually answered the door and advised they were in a verbal dispute. The male was very agitated and uncooperative to the point that he was arrested for obstruction and breach of the peace. The 21-year-old male was later released on conditions to appear in court at a later date. On Saturday evening at 9:23 p.m., police attended a City Line residence where they arrested a 52-year-old male for an outstanding assault on a female acquaintance that occurred on December the 12th. He was later released on conditions to appear in court at a later date. At 11 p.m., police conducted a motor vehicle stop on Charlotte Street, which resulted in the arrest of a 21-year-old male for violation of a court order curfew to be in his residence at 10 p.m. He was arrested and held in custody for a court appearance. At 11:27 p.m., police were called to a Britton Street residence for a report of an assault. A female reported being struck by her boyfriend, who was on a probation order to have no contact with her. The 29-year-old accused was located nearby on St. James Street and arrested for probation violation. The assault allegation remains under investigation. The accused was later released to appear in court at a later date. At 1:59 a.m., police observed a person walking on the overpass leading across Highway 1 from City Road towards Stanley Street. A 50-year-old female was checked and learned to be on a court order to abstain from alcohol and remain under house arrest, both of which she had violated. She was taken into custody and held for a court appearance. On Sunday at 4:38 p.m., police conducted a motor vehicle stop on Carmarthen Street, which resulted in the arrest of a 56-year-old male for an outstanding committal warrant. He was transported to the correctional center. Shortly after 5 p.m., police received a call to Queen Street for a male who wished to turn himself into police for an outstanding committal warrant. The 39-year-old male was transported to the correctional center. On Sunday evening at 8:31 p.m., a 51-year-old male was arrested on Waterloo Street for a warrant suspending his parole. He was transported to the correctional center. At 10:12 p.m., a 64-year-old male was arrested at his Fern Street residence for an assault on another male. He was later released on conditions to appear in court at a later date. At 12:20 a.m. this morning, police received a call to a Loch Lomond Road residence. A 22-year-old male was arrested for mischief. Police attended the residence earlier in the day when the caller reported that her son damaged her door. The accused was later released and will appear in court at a later date. This will conclude the media report for Monday, January the 4th. Have a great day and be safe.